What changes should be made to traditional views of masculinity? Do you think there should be any changes, or do you think it should stay the
Hell
same?
no.
It should stay like how it used to be.
How it used to be. Hell
Biblical
yeah.
patriarchy, baby.
Yep.
We need to go back to biblical patriarchy. What do you understand? What do you understand by the term toxic masculinity, and how is it different from real masculinity? Is there a difference between toxic masculinity and real masculinity?
I, dude, I haven't really been able to articulate and fully grasp the whole toxic masculinity
That's because it's not a
conversation.
word, bro. It's a filler word for just.
Yeah,
It's not a real fucking word.
and that's the thing, dude. I as I run, like, here we go. We were I was thinking about this while you were talking about, how, like, you kind of like work through these things that you think about what you want to bring up on the podcast, and what you're actually doing is you're talking to yourself. You're kind of creating this little internal dialogue, and so,
Uh-huh.
like, this is what I did on that toxic masculinity topic. I'm like, I can't even like comprehend like what is toxic masculinity, and what is let's say that we have a perspective of toxic masculinity. What Sergio perceives as toxic masculinity isn't going to be the same as I perceive what toxic
It's a
masculinity is.
container word. Yeah.
Exactly. So what is it? The base word there is masculinity. How do we view masculinity? How about we talk about that?
Yeah.
Get toxic masculinity out of your head and start acting on what you believe is a good and righteous man. Again, coming back to the initial question there too, integrity and character.
Mhm.
That's what I say a man is. Are you willing to live on the words that you say? Are you willing to act on the beliefs that you believe in?
Yep. No, it's crazy that toxic masculinity is even a word that's said. Everybody needs to shut it down as soon as y'all see it in society or anybody brings it up. Y'all need to shut it down and say, "What is toxic masculinity?" Like, ask them, like, "What is it?" Because it's not toxic when it's running into a burning building to save somebody's life. It's
Right.
not toxic when it's going to do laying down in front of somebody who's getting shot at or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it's not toxic in those moments. So it's kind of stupid that we call any type of masculinity toxic. There's just emotional, or not emotional, but there's just toxic individuals. We should talk about toxic femininity because we know there's some toxic
Oh
femininity in
yeah.
this world.